Hi everyone. Did you know that understanding your love language can completely change your relationships? Studies show that couples who communicate in each other's love languages report higher satisfaction and deeper connection. I mean, who wouldn't want that, right? In this video, we're diving deep into the 5 love languages and how they can help you and your partner feel more loved and understood. Plus, I've got some fantastic research and real life examples that you'll definitely relate to. So let's jump in. Here's the thing, we often show love in the way we want to receive it. But that's not always what our partner needs. Let me tell you about this session that I had where a couple came in for therapy and the wife was very upset. The wife didn't feel loved by her husband. As the session progressed, the husband got very frustrated and said, I don't know what to do anymore. Every day I show her how much I love her the best way I know how. I help her with the dishes, I buy the grocery, I help with bills, I help with things around the house. When she's sick, I make soup for her. I just don't know what else I'm supposed to do. That's when his wife said, but you don't spend any time with me. And you never really tell me that you love me. I could see the husband looked very confused. His love language was all about acts of service. And her love language was quality time and words of affirmation. That was the disconnect. She felt that he was not spending enough meaningful time with her, while he felt that he was doing so much to show that he cares. That's where misunderstandings happen. But once you figure out your partner's love language and start speaking it, total game changer. Let's understand the type of love languages so that we can not only understand ourselves better but also our partners better. There is even a quiz that you can take to find out your love language. Make sure that you watch till the end to know more about this. Let's get back. When we think about love, we often picture grand gestures, romantic dinners, surprise vacations, or handwritten love letters. But love is way more than that. It's about connection, communication, and knowing about how you and your partner receive love. And that's where love languages comes in. Dr. Gary Chapman, the author of the 5 love languages, found that understanding these love languages could be the key to a happier relationship. He identified 5 different ways in which people give and receive love. Words of affirmation, acts of service, receiving gifts, quality time, and physical touch. And get this, a study found that couples who understand and speak each other's love languages report up to a 25% higher satisfaction in their relationships. Isn't that wild? How knowing something so small can make such a huge impact in your relationships. Now let's break down each and every love language and understand how knowing them can help you in your relationship. First up, we've got words of affirmation. If this is your love language, you thrive on verbal acknowledgement. Compliments, encouraging words, or even just a simple I love you can make such a huge difference. It's not about flattery, it's about genuine words that can help you feel heard and appreciated. Think about this. If you've had a stressful day, how amazing does it feel to get a text from your partner saying, I know things are tough right now, but you're doing great, and I'm so proud of you. Instant mood booster, right? Research backs this up too. According to a study published by Psychological Science, words of affirmation not only boost self-esteem, but they help couples handle stress better together. Couples who regularly use words of affirmation report being 30% more likely to feel emotionally supported in their relationships. Let me tell you about another client of mine. Her partner isn't naturally the most verbal, but when he makes the effort to compliment her, she lights up. Even a small thank you for being there makes her feel so deeply emotionally connected to him. This simple act strengthens their relationship because it speaks to her core needs. Next, we've got acts of service. For people with this love language, actions mean everything. It's not about what you say, but what you do. Whether it's helping out with chores, fixing something in the house, running errands, those small acts of kindness can show your partner that you love them more than any words could. Here's an example. Imagine your partner has had a crazy busy work week, and without them even asking, you clean the kitchen, prepare a meal, and take care of something that they've been putting off. That simple act can communicate love far more effectively than saying I love you ever could. Studies show that couples who help each other regularly with small tasks report lower levels of resentment and higher levels of appreciation in their relationships. Think of this as love in action. Let me tell you about another client of mine. Let's call them S and M. S's love language is acts of service. And when M makes the effort to do things like fold the laundry or surprise her by picking up groceries, she feels truly loved. For her, it's not about the chore itself, but the fact that M went out of his way to help her. It's his way of saying, I'm here for you. Now let's talk about receiving gifts. And no, this isn't about materialism, it's about thoughtfulness. People with this love language feel deeply loved when their partners give them something thoughtful, no matter how small, because it shows them that their partner is thinking of them. For example, let's say you're at the store and you see their favorite snack or maybe a small trinket that reminds you of them. So you decide to buy it for them and surprise them. That simple gesture can mean so much more than just the item itself. It's about being seen and considered. There's a research study that reveals that thoughtful gifts can strengthen emotional bonds and foster connection. People who feel that their partner notices and values them through these small tokens of appreciation report a 20% higher satisfaction in their relationships. Imagine your partner surprises you with a book that you just casually mentioned you wanted to read a few weeks ago. It's not about the book, but the fact that they remembered and then they went out of their way to get it for you. That's what makes you feel special. For someone with this love language, these little thoughtful gifts are like love notes written in tangible form. This one is all about undivided attention. People with this love language feel most loved when their partner dedicates intentional and focused time with them. It's not about watching Netflix together while scrolling on your phones, but engaging in meaningful activities where you can connect. Think of it like this. If your partner suggests a date night or maybe plans a hike to spend more time with you, it speaks volumes about how much they value you. In fact, a study from the Journal of Happiness Studies found that couples who prioritize quality time together report a 33% higher emotional connection. I had this client once, let's call him B. B loves traveling and going on road trips with his partner because it's time they get to spend away from distractions, just enjoying each other's company. No matter where they go, it's about being fully present with each other that matters. For him, the quality time builds a deeper connection that makes him feel truly loved. And finally, we've got physical touch. For some people, nothing says I love you like a kiss, a hug, or just simply holding hands. It's not about sexual intimacy, although that can be a part of it, but it's more about the small everyday touches that bring a sense of comfort and closeness. Research has shown that physical touch can actually reduce stress. Couples who engage in regular physical touch have lower levels of cortisol, the hormone responsible for stress, making them 20% less likely to experience relationship burnout. Let's say after a long day, your partner instinctively reaches out to hold your hand, or when you're feeling anxious, they give you a reassuring hug. For people with these love languages, those touches are like an emotional recharge. They help you feel safe, loved, and connected. Whether it's words of affirmation, acts of service, receiving gifts, quality time or physical touch, understanding and speaking each other's love language can make all the difference. And remember, it's not about knowing your love language, but about understanding your partner's love language and speaking that language too. Once you do, you'll see your relationship blossom in ways you never imagined. Now, before I share the link to the quiz, I noticed a lot of you are watching my videos, but you haven't subscribed yet. Hit that subscribe button right now. What are you waiting for? So, what is your love language? You can take the quiz on 5lovelanguages.com. I've also put the link in the description box. Do check it out and do comment and let me know what your love language is. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in my next video.